Hey guys, I want to show you a Google Chrome extension that I've been building for job seekers. Its primary goal is to increase your chances of getting interviews. So let's jump into it. Now, one of the features that I want to talk about is job scoring. Now, one of the most frustrating parts of job hunting is figuring out which jobs are actually worth your time. Sometimes you're looking at hundreds of jobs. For example, as you can see right now, I've searched for a product manager role worldwide, and in the past 24 hours alone, there are like almost 2,000 roles. Now, from the title alone, every job is product manager. So you would think that they are probably relevant. So every job seems very relevant to what you're looking for. But when you dive into the description, when you read the description, only then you realize that some jobs are very different from your profile, or they are looking for someone entirely different than your career profile. So to make it simple, so when, for example, I am looking for a job, I have to skim through every job and its description to actually understand whether it's worth it for me. And then if I'm not doing it, then, and if I'm blindly applying to every job, then I'm practically wasting my time, because that time I could be spending on jobs that are more relevant for me. So to make it very simple, I've just compressed the whole process into a single click on LinkedIn. Once you have installed this Chrome extension and set up your profile, you would see this menu right here. So with a single button click, as you can see, you get the score. So now we know that this particular job, it also gives you like a reasoning based on your profile. It says a strict requirement for existing right to work in New Zealand. So it knows that you, like, I don't have any work permit for New Zealand. So it takes all of that into account and scores jobs accordingly. And then similarly, role is not remote friendly despite your preference for global locations. So based on all the preferences that you set, this collects that intelligence and scores jobs around that. Similarly, I scored this particular job, and let's go ahead and try to see if we can find like a better job. So this is also like 65. Let's see if we can find something around 80, 70. Okay, so we have this one which says strong fit, 76%. It has some good points, but yeah, it's a good one. So now let's move on to the another part of job hunting, which is tailoring your CV for the specific application. Now, tailoring your CV for every different job is an important part of job search, because every job has very different and kind of unique requirements. And if you are throwing your generic CV for everyone, then it reduces your chances of being noticed or like hearing back. So the problem is tailoring your CV is like a huge pen. Like you have to know the editing software, you have to work on every CV, you have to read the description. So it involves a lot of work, and probably like half an hour of work to tailor your CV for any other job. And there are tools there which helps you do this quickly, but they are very complex, and you have to browse through multiple websites. And they are like editing tools where you have to literally like they have like word processors. What I wanted to do is compress this whole process in a simple one button action that gets your CV. So let's try it. So now we have found a job that's like worth our time. So we let's click get tailored CV. Now it's behind the scenes collecting all the information about this job. It already has information about me, my career, my profile. Based on that, it will create a tailored CV. So we'll take a look once it's done. Takes roughly around 20 to 30 seconds. I hope this is a live demo, so I hope, okay, good. So now the tailored CV is ready. If you click on view, you will be able to view it directly. Okay, so it also has multiple templates. If you want a little bit fancier CV, but it still keep it ATS friendly, that's also possible. But I've set it to like a basic tool. Now it has like a couple of bugs right now, as you can see. Okay, sorry, the bug I was talking about is already resolved. All right, so like it has a professional CV, professional experience, and it also has like my selected projects that I wanted to highlight. It has links to my portfolio, LinkedIn profile. So yeah, it sounds like a good CV. So I'm just going ahead and downloading it. All right, so yeah. Now, if you want to edit this CV, you can simply click edit. It takes you to jobifer.ai and opens that CV for you to edit. And if you want to make any changes, for example, you want to add like more bullet points to your head of products experience. So you could simply say to AI, add more bullet points to the head of products experience. So you can edit your CV without knowing any word processor, without knowing any designing tools. Simply ask the AI to make changes, and it will go ahead and do it for you. Since it's a live demo, I hope it does, and it does not embarrass me. Please don't embarrass me. All right. So because it's processing a lot of information, it takes a while. All right. Fantastic. As you can see, it added uh, these nice bullet points based on my profile to this experience. Now, this is not limited to adding or removing bullet points. You can ask it to do anything. Obviously, it may not be able to change a lot of layout or design, but apart from that, you can literally ask it to do anything. I'm also going to add a voice feature here. So you could just simply record a voice telling it whatever kind of changes you want to implement on this CV. And then, of course, you have to just press save and you can download the updated version again. It also has inline editing. So, for example, if you wanted to edit a specific bullet point or edit the headline, you could do that. If you wanted to increase the size of headline, you could do that as well. So, this is entirely my own CV, tailored CV editor created for Jobifer.ai. So, we are going to save it and we're not going to download it for now. Let's go back to our job. Now, we've done two things. We scored the job to understand that it is kind of worth our time, and we also created a tailored CV, and we are going to apply for it. But another important part of the job is a part of job search is that today the job market is very crowded, and it has become almost impossible to get noticed even if you are highly experienced. So an important part of job search is introducing yourself and introducing your value to the decision makers or to the company employees that are relevant in your department, who have a, who play a part in the decision making process. And why that's important is because a lot of the times, regardless of how experienced you are, your CV is never even viewed by the right people. So to fix that, today normally you can go ahead and on LinkedIn and find people and connect with them, send them a connection request, and then wait for them to accept the connection request, and then you can text them. So it's a pretty lengthy process. So again, compared to other tools and compared to like the typical process, I wanted this to be super smooth and like a one button process. So I'm very glad how it has turned out. So similarly as the scoring and the tailored CV system, the introduction system is also one button. You press this button and Jobifer goes ahead, finds the decision makers for this job. Of course, it depends on whether the decision maker information is decently, like adequately available. Most of the times it is. So fantastic. We already have like the talent acquisition partner, I stay source. So now it the AI, after discovering all the people, the AI selects the right person. So in this case, obviously they it picked the talent acquisition partner because it is always better to reach out to recruiters. So as you can see now, if I click on this, it takes me directly to her profile, so you can connect there. I'm also building a feature where Jobifer will automatically connect with these people, multiple people at the same time, automatically without you having to do anything. Of course, you can approve every message that's sent, but yeah, it connects automatically. So anyway, so it has wrote this decent email. Product manager role at Apri. I'm reaching out regarding the product manager position at Apri Royal. Blah blah blah. Would you be the right person to connect with about this role, or perhaps you could point me in the right direction with the hiring team? So it automatically attaches your tailored CV because we already created a tailored CV. It automatically attaches the tailored CV. We are going to send the email with the tailored CV, or you can shift to original CV, or you can simply disable CV attachment entirely. You could save this for later, or you could approve and send. If you have connected your Gmail account, all you have to do is click on approve and send, and this will automatically send the email from your Gmail account. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, introduction email sent. I'm going to show you. All right, let's go and okay. As you can see, this is the job right here, and it's a decent email. So there you go. These are the three features: scoring, so you know whether the job is worth your time; tailoring your CV with a single button click; and reaching out to decision makers from within LinkedIn. You don't have to go anywhere, literally. Now let's move on to one more important part of the job search. That is filling your application forms. Now it also becomes very tedious. So one of my users actually asked me that since Jobifer already has his information, all his profile details, wouldn't it be possible for Jobifer to fill out the job application forms, because it becomes very tedious as you're applying to multiple jobs. So once you open the job application form, you will see this button right here, fill with Jobifer. All you have to do is click here. So this is still in development. It sometimes doesn't work properly, but I've already set up in a way that it collects your intelligence over time. So for example, if it does not know how to answer a question, it will ask you here directly. And once you answer these questions that it doesn't know, it will remember them, and then in the future it will never ask these questions from you again. It will automatically fill out these input fields as well. So as you can see, it has already filled my basic information. And I'm also working on a system which automatically uploads your tailored resume here. But yeah, for now we can just simply go ahead and do it. So yeah, that's it.